family. What's the dilly? For all y'all who had a nice Valentine's Day yesterday, congratulations to all the men who understood the protocol. Hey, it is what it is. Today, well, let me introduce myself to those who may not know me. I'm Jay Hadwin, brand ambassador of My Brother Spot. How you guys doing? My Brother Spot creates customized websites and subscription-based websites as well. How you doing? Yeah, we gonna get it in today, family. Today we're gonna be talking about AI again, and the reason why we're gonna talk about AI again is because AI is definitely going to affect billions of people, especially in the Americas. You know what, family? I might as well just start this off with a green screen. All right, we jumping into the AM. Yeah. So, check this out, family. Fam. I can't read it. I'm still not doing this good. I'm still not doing this good, family. Let me take this off. I need to improve this. Do. Okay, let's try this one. Okay. All right, family. So we're talking about AI and what AI is going to do. And I'm just going to point to some questions uh, on Facebook. Hold on. All right, we're not going to get into that. Okay. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? We're talking about AI, and I have some okay, I'm just going to go off the dome. Okay, I can't find my questions. Anyway, so a lot of us are trying to figure out why ICE is taking a lot of Latinos out of America. And a lot of people are trying to wonder why that's happening. But what our tech team is finding, they're finding that AI is moving a lot faster than what they predicted. With a lot of geeks out there, and yes, I'm the brand ambassador, but I'm the speaker for all the geeks that's on my brother spot, as in the tech team and the web developers. So, what they're saying is that by 2029, once AI and robot combined, what's going to happen is that once that happens, the robots will be able to mimic our muscle contractions. If they could mimic our muscle contractions, they could move like how our hands are moving, do things that anyone could do. So all the laborious, meaning labor jobs, all the investors and all the corporations know this. They're going to take a lot of the jobs. So the Latinos that are in the fields, that are in warehouses, all that, they're not needed. As a matter of fact, what's crazy is that in LA, you can research this. In Los Angeles right now, uh, what's going on is that the rents are going down because they placed a lot of Latinos outside of America, North America, because all of it is America. And it's because a lot of the Latinos aren't renters anymore. So the rents are going down because of supply and demand. That's just the natural cause of everything, as in. So, it's a new world that's about to pop off. It's crazy. And it's going to eventually affect us all because all jobs are going to be taken. So, what is going to happen is that a lot of people are going to have to learn how to sell online products, online services to compete with the AI. Because if you don't have a job, how are you going to pay your bills? And what they're having a problem with, the corporations are having a problem with, is okay, how these robots can't spend money. They can't spend money. So, how are we going to get our money? And what they're saying is that they're going to have a universal pay, like, where they give the citizens of just anywhere in the world, they're going to, because AI is going to be all over the world. And in the future, they're going to be a universal income. And then what I feel that universal income entails is that they could do whatever they want with us, which is very scary. You know what I'm saying? But if you have leverage and you know how to make money online, and you have a subscription platform where people can see real people, not actors, actress, rappers, or whatever that are AI built, because that's going to be very important in the future. I feel people going to want to see real people, not artificial, intelligence. And when you have a subscription platform, they just subscribe to your platform, pay a little fee, and then you could be the YouTube, you could be the Facebook, you could be the Instagram. And that's what a lot of people aren't getting now. And that's what my brother Spock could build for you: musical artists, actors, actress, content creators. Yes, but it takes you investing in it and believing in yourself. Another way is to have a marketplace built by us as well. And what the marketplace entails, and this is all things that will get you ahead of AI. And you can live your life while everybody else is suffering, a universal income or whatever they call it. Hey, you got to get your shots at this time. You got to, basically, human beings turn into experimental, projects. And if you have money, that means you could defend yourself. So if you could defend yourself, you could say, hey, I don't want this universal income. So you don't have to do all that stuff. We're thinking that that's what's going to go down. That's how they're going to control the population, because the wealthy that's eating, and these families and all that, they're going to want to have robots doing everything, because you only have to buy the robots once. You don't have to pay for taxes on employees. You don't have to pay for their medical, a certain amount for their medical and all that. It's just going to make things cheaper because the corporation's going to make more money. It's just going to go up. It's going to go up and up and up and up. So, I mean, this is just our theory. This doesn't mean it's going to happen. This is our theory, what we talk about every Monday. I think in Spanish is lunes. That's Monday. I think so. So this is what we've been talking about, and what our geeks have been basically, basically free labor. It's going to be free labor. They're not going to be, corporations not going to be paying for labor. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these robots, is going to take us out, going to take us out of the market to where we are, how can I say, we're valuable. So I heard that they can harness energy from human beings. So what are these sick, wealthy people and corporations thinking of next? Well, it could be just like the movie, with Neo. You know what I'm saying? You think you born, but you're not really born, and they're harnessing energy off, embryos. And then the embryos are thinking that they're existing and walking and all that. But man, these people are sick. You feel me? So the thing is that, well, you're right. I think wealthy people are sick for six MD is because they don't get to interact with everyday people. They don't get to feel the pain of everyday people. Um, their environment is totally different. So a lot of the times, they don't care. You know, it's a lot of desensitized. You get desensitized, and they just think about their big circles. They have a big wealthy circle. They know each other. They try to reproduce with each other. So and remember, family, this is our theory on my brother spot. It's just a theory. It doesn't mean this is going to happen. It just, but by 2029, a lot of robots are going to take majority of the laborers jobs. It's like they're already doing it, and they're making cores, they're making clothes, they're distributing packages on Amazon, and they don't have to get any sick leave. They don't have to. This is just a reality, and a lot of us don't like to think about reality so we can have a plan. We frown upon it. We get mad at the person that's communicating it, and it turns into a bad experience for the listeners. Uh, and I understand why people like watching celebrities, because are stories that people are doing bad out there, and you looking at them suffering because it makes you feel like your life is okay. um in this world is speeding up. You can't stay still. It's no way you can stay still, because if you stay still, um this ocean, which is called life, is going to swallow you up, and a lot of people are going to drown. What we're trying to do on my brother's spot is let you know there's a way to combat this inflation, to combat also this job taking machine called AI. And that's us getting online and learning how to sell, learning how to sell products, sell services, learning how to be our own content creators, have our own websites, have our own everything. And once a lot of the people that's getting this information does it, and then sees a lot of people, I gotta say it, on the bottom, that's just still want to keep the same mindset and stay in the same realm of understanding, as in going to college, getting a good education, getting a good job, a career, this, that's not going to be happening in the future. And they ain't going to tell you. The professors don't want to tell you neither, because, it's easy. They already have their system. It's from student to student. They got their tests, and they getting their 80 to 100 and some $1,000, a year, or some are like 200,000, but, they got a PhD. They still paying it off. Doctors are still paying off their masters or whatever. It's a lot of money to go to school. So they're working 6 days a week. They don't have a lot. It's game. Do you desire to become wealthy? I'll take that as a yes. No, I don't want to be wealthy. I want to have a good amount of money so I can defend myself. So that's far from wealthy. I want to be able to travel. I want to be able. What I'm trying to do is pay for my leisure. Meaning, when you have money, you could that money could make you have more time to do the things that you want to do. That's all of us on my brother's spot. but at the same time, we giving out a lot of good information. They're giving me information, and I'm communicating it back to the masses out here. So that's the way it is. Either way, we're trying to get ahead here at my brother's spot, and providing services for our future clients. We're getting more and more clients, and it's amazing. I thought it would be more backlash, but my brother's spot isn't making a lot of money because the products and really the services that we provide, it kind of costs my brother's spot some money. So in order to get a lot of our people to come on, we don't charge like 500 to 1,000 like other tech companies do. We're charging like $95. If it's a 3 page, charging like, 200 and some dollars and some a month instead of, 1,000 a month. So these are things that we're doing. We're trying to help the world. Uh, we're trying to help, a lot of black people, because why would I want to see people that look like me just jacked up, and then I got, and my people, my cronies have enough money to protect themselves? Because if you don't have no money, or whatever the type of currency going to be in the future, crypto or whatever, or investments, which I'm going to get on that a little later after I say this. If you don't have money, you can't protect yourself. You're gonna be at their beak and call. They're be able to call the shots. As a matter of fact, if you're out, whatever type of system or world we'll have in the future, you're out with your woman, and a wealthy man see your woman, and you don't have no type of laws that can help you in the future, because the corporation, everything, they could just take your woman. This is going back to the landlord days. These are going back to the feudal law. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are waking up and not understanding that these wealthy people are sick. They only been interacting with themselves. Some of them only keep their bloodline from within. So that's incest. Incest breeds weirdness. So it's a lot of things that a lot of us everyday people don't think of. It's a lot of things that I have learned over the years being around, the MBS team, and things that I've never thought about before. And I'm thankful for that, because, I am making some passive income. The market, the economy is down, and I'm still making money, and what I pay out monthly, I'm making more money than that. And that's very important. And it's making money itself. And so if I could do that, why can't you guys do it? So, as in our the economy, there, okay, we could listen to all kind of people that says this economy will iron out this, that, but we have to train ourselves to look at actions. Don't listen to nothing that people say. Look at the actions. In about a year, when we get more and more people on my brother's spot, and if a lot of people are saying that, yo, that shit don't work, blah, 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 that's an action. It didn't work. You know what I'm saying? But if people are getting results, and things are happening to where they're doing what they're told, like, look, okay, you're getting this price on my brother's spot. We're going to teach you and train you how to blog. We're going to teach you and train you how to make more efficient videos, or blah, blah, blah. We're going to have trainings for $12 a month every Sunday. And if you don't do that, you're not paying for the whole service, like $700 a month, to where my brother's spot team could do everything you want, and then you just sit back like a corporation. You don't think our tech has corporate clients that they pay them everything so they could just, sit back and look at the results. And their products or their services are taken care of. They're just having passive income. This is the world. What my brother Spot has done is what they're doing is they're willing to train you. I'm getting trained too. I didn't come in at the top price. I had to do a lot of stuff on my own. I'm just learning how to blog. You know, I have a blog that's on my brother's spot right now, that I did for a video. And that's going to help my YouTube channel that I'm on now rank more, because that blogs, people are going to read it, and then it has a link, and then they're going to see my video a lot more instead of depending on YouTube to show my video, due to the verbiage that I didn't put in there, because that's a learning curve too. This stuff is not going to be easy, family. And most people aren't going to go and work at it like I do. My situation is different. I don't have children. I had a situation to where I had income property. I had a situation where, things have, like, houses have been flipped. Money came to Atlanta with some liquidity. So a lot of people don't have that. So I have a little time, you know what I'm saying, to do certain things. And I'm not bragging. I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all. Am I from Los Angeles? Was I raised in a Crip neighborhood? Yes. Did I go to HBCU? Yes. Did I go in the Navy? That's what changed my mindset. Yes. If I didn't go in the Navy and see the world and see how outside of America, how poor human beings could live, I wouldn't even be on this mindset right now. Do I still have that hood in me? Yes. Am I trying to get it out of me? Yes. You know what I'm saying? We're all in this world. None of us perfect, including me. But before I leave this planet, I'm really trying to give it some vital information, some great information, man, that my brother Spot constantly provides me. So AI is coming for American jobs. Here's how to survive it. That's my blog. That's on my brother Spot. You know what I'm saying? That I created on February 8th, 2020. That was my first blog. I had a lot of help with, my brother Spot team, but that's okay. That's okay. I still, played a part in it. I have my name on it by Jay Hadwin, and I'm proud of it. If I could do it, and I mean, let me tell you, if I never, I have an associate degree, but if my wife, didn't help me with that, I never would have got that. I'm not in the books. I don't really write well. I could read, I could comprehend, but what my brother Spot is doing is helping me with those skills, because you're going to have to become a better writer and a better thinker with how you command AI on ChatGPT. That's how you're going to get your blogs. I'm going to get in the Epstein right now. Let me see if I could find that green screen. Let's see. I think it's going to be too big. Okay. So right here, family. All right. So you have Michael Vick and you have Epstein right there. Okay. So why did Michael Vick get more backlash for dogs than Epstein, what he was doing to human beings, little girls, little boys? That shows the hypocrisy. That shows how, how unfair America is. This man right here was funneling and doing weird stuff and bringing celebrities and high-ranking people on the island and doing whatever they want with kids. And then Michael Vick wasn't even hardly there. He was making money for the homies. Yeah, I'm a dog lover. They were shooting dogs, and because the dog will lose or shoot him out, and kill him out of his misery because his injuries were far too bad for him, for that dog to survive. But I mean, man, come on, man. So hypocritical, man. Like Michael Vick wasn't even on his level. And that just shows how unfair we are in this system. And that just shows you right then and there how a lot of Black people suffer more than other ethnicities. Michael Vick wasn't even on that level of Epstein. I mean, this dude right here was bringing a ring of predators, and from what I heard, also draining the blood from some of the youth, the young people, scaring them underage, and basically that makes you younger or something like that. I heard pretty sick stuff. But Michael Vick was doing it to dogs, and around the world they fight dogs. They're fighting dogs right now, like white people right now, Latino people right now. They're fighting roosters. They're fighting to make money. To make money. So, I'm gonna get on another subject. Let's see if I can find it. Like, I just want to give an example, like this. Let's see if I can hide my head. Heidi Klum, man. Look at that. So what I want to know is why are we more interested in that right there than in our own futures? What are we going to do in 5 years, 10 years? Why don't we like to plan out anything? Why don't we want to figure out what we have to do? It's really interesting to me how human nature works with humans. And it's very interesting to me how a lot of people think and how wealthy people figure us out. They're doing a great job, by the way. They're outsmarting us. Like, people are going off. Like, that's Michael Jackson's so-called daughter, right? And they're tripping off, she's calling herself a Black woman. I don't know what Michael Jackson did in the lab, but hey, America is a very racial country. I would never mix kids. I have friends, man, that I'm still pretty cool with. Michael Aguilar and they were mixed and they didn't have such a good upbringing, because you never really know who you are. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. Now, this is what they're saying is going to happen in the future. See, the people who have money, if something happens to the planet, due to all this AI stuff, you could have a underground mechanism for you and your family just to, wait it out. You know what I'm saying? Like a little bunker. A lot of people are preparing, man. It's a lot of stuff going on, man. It's crazy, man. And yeah, family, I really want a lot of people to start thinking about their life and about what's going to happen in the future. Because celebrities, we shouldn't even be interested in celebrities right now. We shouldn't even be caring. Man, I could take you guys on Facebook right now, and I'm talking about grown-ups. Grown-ups. All they talk about is celebrities. how they look, this, that. I feel bad for a lot of my people. They not getting it. They need to get ahead. They need to be proactive. At least try. Get some knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard on our numbers. A lot of people won't stick around because it's just they don't want to think about it, because a lot of people don't think that they could do this. A lot of people don't think that they could figure this out. But you can. The weather is changing. The weather's changing, family. You know what I'm saying? From what I heard, those chemtrails are blocking the sun because, the earth is heating up. The sun is getting bigger, from what I heard. So those chemtrails and other things that they do give us snowfall in the cold weather, to keep America and other places from meeting the doom too soon. From what I heard, this planet is too far gone. What I heard, this planet is too far gone. Like in about 100 and something, 300 to 300 and some years, it's going to be hard for humans to live on this planet. So, okay, I hear you. I come to the barbecue, bring nothing, and put my burn, whatever. All right. All right. Let's see what's cracking. We got the normal people on here. So, let's see. Let's see. Oh, oh, oh. All right. All right. So, yeah, family. Right. Man, it's still not. I got to learn how to navigate these lives a lot better with these messages, because it's great messages, but they're too goddamn big. And all these will make you think. Let me just read them from here. Okay. All right. Nah, it ain't gonna work. I'm just gonna put the regular thing up. So, anybody have any questions about, AI? The moon might be the go-to planet after Earth. I heard there's already aliens there, but shit, I guess you could be right, because there's already aliens on Earth. They're in the ocean. You know what I'm saying? Some weird things I seen on the aft part of the destroyer I was on while I was in the Navy. They got to be in the water, majority of them that are living on here. So, a lot of people probably think that I'm kind of weird for saying that, but if they would experience some things with sailors, people that fly planes in the Air Force and all that experience, you'll be saying it too. You'll be saying it too. Virginia Beach, how you doing? How you doing? I appreciate you, Tommy. So yeah, AI, it's gonna take over, you guys. And like my brother Spot Tech team is saying, 2029, once the AI combines with the robot, the AI could tell the person, the engineer or the tech that's trying to make the robotics and the AI mesh. The AI is getting so smart, it could study human beings like muscle contractions, from what I was told. Once they get that, then, all the laborious jobs with humans, they out. It's out and it's happening faster than they thought, man, because the AI is it's just learning real fast, man. And I'm sorry to be giving y'all like a lot of negative shit, but this is real, man. This is real life on my brother's spot. And this shit is coming, man. This shit is coming. This is coming. I'm looking right now at some stuff. So AI basically empowers machine to stimulate human intelligence. So they're basically doing it. They're basically doing this, family. And now they're doing it well, extremely well, too well. They didn't even think it'll be this far. So, like the news I got this past Monday, it disturbed me. I didn't really like it. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Wealthy people don't care about everyday people. They don't care if you white, if you think you're a patriot in America. They don't care about that. They don't care about the laws. All they care about is their bottom line, and that's this, or gold, silver, whatever the leading currency is. If it's going to be Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, that's all they care about. So a lot of y'all out there that think you privileged and all that, you're going to learn too. That's why a lot of white people now are quoting Malcolm X, because Malcolm X came back from Mecca and was talking about things that's happening now. Artificial intelligence. Yeah, by using vast amounts of data, complex algorithm, and neutral networks to learn patterns, make predictions, and perform tasks typically required human intelligence, essentially training machines to recognize, reason, and act without explicit programming for every scenario through processes like machines learning and deep learning. So the thing is, family, uh, this shit is getting in robots that are going to be fighting wars. This shit is getting in robots that are going to be helping our daily needs, robots that's going to be doing all the work, and the wealthy people are going to make more money and they're going to be controlling the people on the bottom. So if you don't want to be on the bottom, what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to learn how to make money online. That's the only way. The only way is building, letting my brother spot or someone else that's doing it. But we feel my brother spot has the best prices, and you will rank. Build you a customized website, build you a customized subscription platform if you are a artist, content creator, meaning a musical artist and all that, a content creator, and learn how to, sell products online. We will help you sell products online, but we're not going to help you everything. You're going to have to learn how to blog, which is majority of everything. If you have a website and it has a blog on it where you could blog, and you have a system like Hello Success and you learn how to blog on it, I guarantee you will rank way more than anyone. If you rank well on the internet, like your website, you are the 1%. You are the 1%. Like my online businesses are the 1% in ranking. It's not easy in ranking. But once they get to like what Afrobiz World is, the 30,000 a month, some good money. And that's the goal. That's the goal for all MBS clients, is to get them to 30,000, because 1% of 30,000, and you have products that's above $30 and you getting 3,000 a month of people buying from you, because 1% people gonna buy from you. Those are the people that's going to buy. It's that low. That many people have to see your your platform, your website. And a lot of people don't understand that. Now, a lot of people see the people who are known or as a fad or they bought, a position on the news, which could be bought by anybody. Very seldomly, I'm learning that the news just don't pick out people to interview. The news has so many people eyes on it still that you could buy a position and you could. One of our clients did it, and the MBS team was looking at the fluctuation of their analytics, and every time they were on, because everything's on the internet, you could see when people do things. Every time that young lady got on the news channel, like her analytics went up. And then about a month after, like right on the dot, it went down. It was like no one knew her. Afrobiz World, the senior web developer by the name of Willie, he was on he was on the news, and it went up. The analytics, that was his best month. I think it was like 60,000 people visit the Afrobiz site. But after that, it went back down to the norm. You know what I'm saying? So who in the house is concerned about AI taking their jobs? Who on this live is concerned about AI taking their jobs? And then if you say something, why are you concerned? And then I could help you by clarifying what could help you combat what AI is going to be doing in the near future. So I'll leave that up to you guys. I'm doing a live, but at the same time, I'm studying, man. I'm like actually looking at certain new platforms that have AI in it, and I'm seeing how they ranking on Google, which a lot of us should be doing. I mean, you should be trying to get on the internet and get a website, get a customized website or a subscription platform and learn how to sell online, because AI can't take that from you. How is AI going to take that from you when you're the boss? You know what I'm saying? Once you get into this and learn how to make money online, you're going to be ahead of so many people. It's very uncomfortable. But once you finish, let's say 3 years, you really start getting some traction. Let me tell you, all the servers, all the things that you need to operate a website, that's going to go up. So you want to start now when it's cheap. It's extremely cheap. So a lot of people don't understand that once they start trying to sell online, get a website, come through us, My Brother Spot. We'll create a customized website for you. You have, if you have products, if you have services, then you understand how to maneuver online and how to make money online. Then next thing you know, you're making so much money. And I'm not talking about so much money that you're a millionaire. I'm talking about thousandaire. You know what I'm saying? Thousandaire. Some that won't put the effort in, you may make 30,000 a year without even trying hardly. And I'm talking about you're still going to be blogging on your website. You know what I'm saying? But once you make money online, what's going to happen is the prices are going to go up for servers, for dedicated servers, for all this stuff. And then you're going to be better off than the people who are going to start later, because it's going to be way more expensive and it's going to be a lot harder. In the future, My Brother Spot predicts that a lot of people are going to be getting loans to start online businesses. They're going to get loans to start online businesses. Now you don't even need a loan. All this stuff I'm sharing is what's going to happen in the future. It's not popular. A lot of people, people who are on content creators that are on YouTube, TikTok, all that, they don't have the geek information. I get the geek information and then I translate it kind of, because geeks, they kind of communicate they don't communicate like in layman's terms. They're very technical. So I'm getting what they're saying now, and I'm putting it in layman terms for you guys, what's going to happen in the future. And what's going to happen in the future, it is going to be a lot of job loss, a lot. It's going to almost be at zero, with zero jobs for human beings that are laborious, that deal with labor. It may be 2035, but by 2029, like 80% of labor jobs are going to be taken by robots. It's about to get real. And why would they tell the American people? They don't want to panic. You know what I'm saying? They don't want people upset and talking about this and fighting back and putting laws in there, because corporations, they want to make their bottom line and more. They don't care about human beings. They don't care about citizens. And corporations, I feel corporations are the electoral college. I think the corporations got their hands in America, in the world. I mean, to the point in everything, to the point where they're even voting in presidents. You know what I'm saying? They're giving presidents scripts. This president that we have now can't really read the script. It's kind of funny, but a lot of people ain't getting it. You know what I'm saying? He's controlled too. You know, how will anyone have a world war? I could be wrong. This is our theory. When you have fiber optics, you have certain precious metals in the ground above that will wipe out everyone's investment. Because the Chinese have a whole bunch of stuff they invested in America. And in China, they have stuff underground that Americans got and all that. Why? Let's go into action. Why would they want to destroy a landmass? That's a lot of money lost for those people that were investing. It's a lot of stuff that's keeping us looking the other way while they're doing things, you know what I'm saying, to grip more control over human beings. You know, pretty soon it's going to be to the point where it's going to be hard to get out of this matrix unless we have online businesses. And okay. You know how we used to have the mom and pops brick and mortars, and that's what ran America? And that's what primarily were the people who were the thousandaires, the people who were the strong homeowners, let's say upper middle class to rich, not wealthy, that's different, rich. Well, that's what's happening online now. But a lot of people, they don't even understand that brick and mortar don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing no more. A lot of stuff is going to be getting 3D printed. Real talk. They working at this stuff. It's going to be, you know, a lot of youngsters that are like 8 years old now, and then they're like 8 when they turn 18. Everything gonna be coming to their house or wherever they live in. Everything on drones, all that. A lot of people ain't gonna be going out like we used to, unless you rich. It's going to be so expensive to get in these places. Regular people like me and you aren't going to even want to go there. You know, in Atlanta, a lot of the kids go up to the Atlantic Station and other places and, you know, have fights every once in a while, this, that. These places, no one's going to afford, because they can't just say you can't come. But in the future, they're not going to be able to afford for even to go on MARTA. And they're going to say inflation. But what they're trying to do is create deterrence. everybody got Africa because African leaders, except that one guy, they take payments. They gatekeepers. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just China, it's America. Belgium has some stronghold. France has some strongholds still on Africa. It's a whole bunch of countries. It's not just China. I have no faith in AI. I think it's a giant speculative house of cards. OpenAI is already running out running out of money. AI costs way more than the revenue generates. I hope you're right. I hope you're right. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting ready because I'm not trying to lose. I hope Dr. Spo, Dr. Spo, I hope you're right, man. For real. I hope you are 100% right. Because what I'm hearing, it's gonna be rich and poor. Let's go to here, wealthy and poor. They're saying things are gonna get extremely cheap. They're saying things are going to get extremely cheap in 2030, 2031, 2032, because the robots that have AI, basically they're going to be doing all the work. They work 24 hours a day. They don't need to rest. You get a new AI robot once every 3 years. They don't have sick leave. They don't have, you don't have to pay them workers and paying, what is that? All kind of insurance that employers have to pay. So it's immensely cheaper than having a human laborer or humans doing the work. So I just, the numbers ain't lying, Dr. Spo. Like, it's gonna get cheaper, and then they gonna have. I really believe what my brother Spot Tech team is saying. They're gonna have universal income, and then it's gonna be just enough for people to survive and for people to pay whoever are the landlords or this that in this future feudal system. And I don't want to live like that. I still want to travel. When I'm older, I want to splurge a little bit every once in a while. I want to have more control of my life. That's why, I'm with my brother's spot and trying to get on I already know how to sell online. Um, I'm not selling too many products. I'm selling majority services. So, and it's not really hard to manage because AI does most everything on my websites, down to the how I get paid. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, family, this new world, is something. It's something. And I'm not even in the mood to like watch NBA All Star. I'm not in the mood to, watch certain movies. I'm not in the mood to watch Instagram. Females or guys with deep, you know, uh, deep sayings, like, hey, have you ever thought of this? If you, chant 3 times in the morning and then after that you read your Bible, and I'm not into that. I'm into how I can improve myself so, I could be a provider. That's what I'm into. The people I love, I want to be able to help them and provide for them. If I don't have no type of passive income coming in and no type of knowledge, because MBS is have taught me how to fish a lot better. Yes, I have to pay, but they're teaching me how to fish. No university ain't gonna teach me how to fish. Not no, if I work for someone, they're not teaching me how to fish. I don't want to work for you. I want to be what you are. I want to be the owner. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only way you can have safety. And all of us could be owners. All of us could be online online business owners. All of us. Because it's that vast. All you need is like 3,000 people that really fuck with you monthly. Let's say your services are $40, a month. That's a lot of bread. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of bread. And I'm putting it in simple terms. All of us could do this. None of us should be trying to get a brick and mortar and doing it the old way, because you're gonna run out of money. And you're gonna run out of money fast, because a lot of people have less money and they're not spending as much. And most people nowadays spend with convenience. So if you could find something that's convenient, uh yeah, you could primarily up your chances of getting paid. You know what I'm saying? And passive income. And what's a better way than getting paid and making a lot of money and no one knows who the hell you are? That is that's the bomb. You don't get people hating you for no reason. You don't get the scrutiny. You get way more privacy. Now, for people who want the fame, that's dope. Some people are very impressionable like that and cool with that. You know what I'm saying? But human beings are fickle. They may feel one way about you one instant and then another way another instant. I mean, you could say something and everyone just hates you. You know what I'm saying? The economy is trash. The economy is trash. But, if you're online and you're making money, you're not spending, like, I think the last commercial, it was in a cheap part of Decatur I was looking at. It was like 1,500 a month. And then you had to pay, the utilities too. I mean, if you get a dedicated server, I mean, it's under $200. and you running your online business. I mean, that's a huge difference. All you have to do is be seen all over the freaking world. If you get 30,000 people looking at your website a month in about 2 to 3 years, and it's steady like that, the 1% rule is how people buy. It's always going to be 1% of people buying. 1% of 30,000 is 3,000. 1% of 40,000 is 4,000. If you have a product or a service that's $20 to $40 a month, or a product that's $40, and you're getting that many people buying it, you do the math. You have a lifestyle that's way better than working for someone. And this could happen for a lot of people. I'm not an infomercial. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't fucking fast. It takes time. But when you hit it and people get familiar with your brand, they don't like moving on. They normally don't like moving on. It's people that are standing up for the small businesses right now, and they still can't stay off Amazon because it's a bad habit. I go into blogs, I look at things that were forwarded to me by some of the my Brother Spot tech team, and people don't like moving on. We're creatures of habit. We're creatures of habit. You know what I'm saying? So, family, all I have to say is that if you want to be uncomfortable and you want to make money and have more control of your life within 5 years, 3 to 5 years, you need to get with my Brother Spot. Get you a customized website. Sign up every Sunday. We have a package that's coming up on the website for $12 a month. You get trained on how to blog, and you have to list your business on my brother spot. You have to list your business on my brother spot. You know what I'm saying? Because that's going to help us with backlinks. It has to be a handshake. My brother spot is not making a lot of money due to servers. And when you set up websites, when they set up, they like doing favors of people. If they set up a website, you know what I'm saying? The server, the little broadband or whatever for the blogs and all that, you need so many dedicated servers to where if you're paying $95 a month, you know, my brother spot is paying like $80 of that, or $85. That's not really a good spread. And then you got to keep on with our servers. MBS has like over 600 and something pages. How many servers do you think that is? And how much do you think that is monthly for MBS? People think this is a game, and we're going big at my brother spot to help Black people, African Americans. But if other ethnicities want to come in and get customized websites for it, because our servers are on the same servers as Amazon. So that's fast. So if your servers are fast and your website is loading super fast, then the AI on the Google is going to trust your website more. So you're going to get on the first page like faster than people that sponsor, you know, and paying just to be on the first page. Or a SEO team with these corporate businesses are paying like thousands of dollars just to get on the first page on keywords, you know, and that's where people trust that business and click on it and think that business is all that. You could organically do that with a customized website and learn how to blog every Sunday at, I think it's going to be at 10 a.m. You learn how to blog. Every time you blog, let's say if you have a one-page website, every time you blog on that website, you're getting an extra page. You're getting an extra page. And the more pages that you have on a website, the better you rank, because the AI that Google has, they trust that. And they trust how long that and the activity that's going on your website. They trust it more. They trust it more. And then you just keep ranking. And then in about 2 years, 3 years, you don't even have to blog as much. You do a blog a month instead of like a blog a week. I'm living it. I'm living it. You know what I'm saying? Now, for people who have like a lot of money, you don't have to go through this. Like, I'm just talking about not a millionaire, but enough money to pay like 700 some a month for my brother spot tech team and web developers to do everything. You could do that. You could do that. You benefit from it. And then my brother spot benefits way more than the $95. But we're just trying to help everyday people. You know what I'm saying? Now, what my brother spot could give you with the 700, that's the same as like 2,000 to 3,000 a month that the corporations are getting from tech. Yo, man, that's why I could talk and show my face, because I feel good about who I'm representing. I feel great. You know, it's some people that could be out here and they hurt people, they scam them, and they can look you right in the face. I can't do that. I'm not those people. I can't do that. I can't look anyone in the face and be like, this works, and it doesn't. When you're paying $95 a month, you're going to have to work for it. You're going to have to get on there. You're going to have to get uncomfortable. You're going to have to learn how to blog. That's the cheat code. Blogs are the most organic thing you could do to bring traffic onto your website. You can't just get our one page deal of a customized website and do nothing and expect it to rank like the way you need it. We trying to get you some bank. You know, we not trying to have you paying $95 a month for 3 years and then you getting like 10,000 people on your website a month. And 1% of that, I think that's 1,000. And we want you to make more money than that. You know, because the more people that make money, the more referrals we're going to get. See, this all helps everything. So we want you to be at your best so we could get more volume of people believing in the brand. For everyone who stopped by, I'm Jay Hadwin, brand ambassador of My Brother Spot. I really appreciate you stopping by, you know what I'm saying, on your Sunday and listening to all this negativity. It's not negativity, it's survival. And go on mybrotherspot.com. Go on mybrotherspot.com and take a look at it. You know what I'm saying? And those who are interested, you'll figure out a way how to get your customized website. People who want it, they go after it. It's a lot of people that have to figure out certain things on eBay, all that. And the people who want those products for cheap and they figure it out and they benefit. Even to get an account on Amazon, they figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So it's not hard. You just go on the top on the right-hand side and, list your business and build your website, all that, figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Because the world is getting faster and we don't have a lot of time because we damn near working for free. We don't have a lot of time to explain stuff. But if you're paying for it, we do, because we have to pay bills, all of us. And it's not like it was in the past. You know what I'm saying? This world is changing. So we got to keep pacing to keep up so we won't drown. All right, family. Peace out.